Welcome back. Welcome home. You Are Here podcast. It's a solo episode, baby. Solo episodes. And if you're looking on the video, I urge you to go on there right now because this could be the new beginning. I've talked about it before, but we basically have I have a studio space that I've been using for kind of miscellaneous things, music, stuff in the past, photo shoots. And most recently, practicing DJing, I got my stuff around here, but dude, I like this background. This feels nice. I feel comfy here. Got a little bit of a plant there, dude. Come on. I got the incense going. Oh, the incense is out. Hold up. We need that. Let me light that. Hold up. We're doing this live, dude. Because I got to fill an hour without Dave. And that's going to be a tough challenge. Because you know me, Mikey's not a talker. There we go. Mikey's not a talker. All right, it's going now. But we're just going to have a sit down, dude. We're going to have a sit down. I got a couple things I want to talk about. The new OpenAI GPT-4 came out, 4.0, I think. And it's looking crazy. I saw one video I want to share with you guys. And I want to watch a couple more because that blew my mind. And I think the world is going to end through AI. I think that's going to happen. So, but look, we're in the studio right now. I got the records behind me. You know what I mean? Let me know how it looks. I'm going to be doing, this is just a single setup. So I put this together really quick and I like how it looks. It feels cozy. It feels nice. So we're going to definitely have something a bit bigger. So we're not basically in my kitchen. So I can have a little room over there. But, yeah, I don't know if anyone knew. The old setup is in my kitchen, dude. I just have a dedicated little corner over there where I set it up, and that's how it's been for the past, I think, year and a half. It's cool to think about how much we've moved around. It's been a long time. It's been at home at Dave's place. It's been at another studio, and then at my house. Come on, that's crazy. So 5 different places in 5 years, which is weird. I think we're just about at 5 years. What's 52 times 5? 52 times 5 is 260. Oh, we're way past 5 years now. Uh-oh. Well, happy 5 years to us, baby. We might be doing something in the future with a more interactive type of thing. Maybe an event coming around. You never know. I might throw out some invites, some exclusives. So if you wanna get invited, you gotta send a like. You gotta subscribe to the Patreon. Speaking of Patreon, patreon.com/YouAreHerePodcast. If you're trying to support us, if you're trying to throw us a bone, if you don't know, look, we've been doing this for 5 years. Our outlook was never to, make money off this and get somewhere like that. It was never the plan. You know what I mean? But look, Patreon is just a cool site where it gives full donation to the creators, and it's a good platform. You know what I mean? They've grown over time, and I like Patreon a lot. I have a couple Patreons that I subscribe to, and it's cool. You get some extra content. We do some stuff on the street. We do behind the scenes things. You get a little bit more of us after the podcast. It's a good time. So if you want to get on there, go to patreon.com/YouAreHerePodcast. Shout out to O'Hagan Career Coaching. O'Hagan Career Coaching. What can I say, man? Coach Jim, he's been in the industry of business, just business minded. This is a guy that's been doing it for 35 years. He recruits people. He was the hiring guy for a long time. He was doing the on the floor stuff. He was making all the deals happen. He's got a load of knowledge, man. And that's one thing you realize in business. And if you're trying to get somewhere, it's all about who you know, who you talk to, getting the right answer, the right questions, the right answers to the right questions to playing, the game. You know what I mean? It's tough. You know what I mean? It works a certain way, and you got to learn those inside secrets. You got to learn those ways of being in that sector, dude. Business term right there, in that sector. But to get and learn about that, go to O'HaganCareerCoaching.com. He's got a bunch of different plans on there. He's got one-on-one mock interviews. He talk to him, tell him what you're struggling with. He's gonna get you there. We support coaches, man. That's what we do. Go to o'hagancareercoaching.com. Thank you. Anytown Actors Lab. Hey, if you're trying to learn how to act, we are the coaching podcast, dude. We support coaches. We support teachers because they're underrated. They get talked down a bunch, and it's tough, man. It's not an easy job. Especially if you have the most valuable thing is knowledge, man. Is wisdom, is experience, and being able to learn from that. AnytownActorsLab.com. That guy, Adam Louder, he's a handsome guy. He's gonna let you know all the techniques he's learned over his whole life. He's been doing this forever, and he's amazing at it. And if you just want a glimpse of what he's teaching, go to his TikTok, tiktok.com/AnytownActorsLab, and check out. It's free, just nuggets of information, just gems that is going to make you a better actor today. And I stamp that approval, dude. AnytownActorsLab.com. Get a class, go there. If you're in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas area, you can go in person. Boom, get on there. And I said Patreon, so we're done. We're back. We're chilling now. We're chilling. Damn. This is weird, man. It's funny whenever we do a solo episode because I'm so used to having Dave around. And you know, it always makes me think about how much I appreciate Dave. I tried calling him before this because I left him a question for the last episode solo that he did that went up that you saw. And he was supposed to leave me one for today. And I forgot my book while moving here. So I don't have the question. So I'm so pissed. But maybe I can record it on my phone just to answer it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I decided to move today before I left for Japan to the studio because we're going to be doing it when I get back, is moving into here. And I don't know. I just wanted to gauge it. I wanted to get I wanted to see how the solo ep runs in here, and I'm feeling good already. Yeah. So I brought everything in here. And now I'm losing my train of thought. And this is how a solo episode is. But what I was saying is I miss having Dave. The solo episodes always make me appreciate. I'm like, dang, it's way easier to do this when you talk to someone else or have someone just talking, and I just sit there like, yeah, dude. And Dave's such a good. I think my question was my statement. It wasn't even a question. It was just a statement I wanted to have. I want to start doing that, having a statement said. Think about all the times you get a compliment. You know what I mean? And you never take it, dude. I never take a compliment. I hate taking them. But recently I realized it's people that I truly care about when they say something like that, it really makes me how dare I not accept that and take it in and be like, dude, thank you. You know what I mean? This is a person that's throughout the day is stuff you how many feelings or things that people say or things that you say are either just they hit like a fucking egg. They just go like that and slide down, dude. Or they hit someone else and slide down. It doesn't dissolve into them. You know what I mean? It doesn't dissolve into the person. It never happens. It's hard because you have to be there to catch it and then go oh, and then you take that in. So I realized, dude, we got to start, especially people that are close, is people that you should be taking in what they say. Because if you're not taking in what your boys are saying or what people are close to, your partner, then what are you doing? You're not accepting what they're giving you. You're not accepting what they're saying to you. You're not taking it in. We can get lost. We can get we can stray away from, I found myself doing it a lot, is just going with the motion sometimes with people. Even with Dave. Sometimes I do that. And I'm sorry, Dave. If you're listening right now, I'm sorry that I do that to you. It's not right. You know what I mean? And I'm 100%, I can bet that you listening right now, you've done that to someone and you do that to people. And it's not right. You know what I mean? I wouldn't want people to do that to me. You know what I mean? So I say we all collectively do that and make the world a better place. Solved it. I solved the world. He's a legend. He's insane. How could he do it? Wow. Awesome. What else we got? I'm going to Japan. Dude, let me tell you, this morning, it's been an aggravating morning. It's the day, there's sometimes, dude, you're just you start off on the wrong foot. You get up, you put on the sock backwards, you put on your shoelace unties, even though your shoelace has been tied and you just slip them on for 2 years. You've been doing that same shoe. And you're like, well, why is it untied now? You know, because it makes no sense because these are basically clayed together. You know, this knot is unbreakable, but somehow it unties. And that's life, man. But you keep going. And you know what my thing is? I keep going. I say, okay, it's whatever. I take a shot, I take a bullet, and I'm like, okay, and I'm covering. I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm good. Let me tiptoe over here. We can keep going. And then I go outside and like I have to bring all this stuff. And there's like a bee that almost stings me and I'm allergic. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. So there's another shot and I'm like, okay, like please don't. Like I'm using my fingertips to plug these holes. And I get in the car and I start driving and there's dumb traffic for no reason. There's never been traffic before. And I'm sitting there for 30 minutes just to get to work when it usually takes me 10 minutes. And now there's a big hole in my chest and I'm just dead. And I'm, he's gone. Your boy's gone. So I felt that. I felt that today was not the greatest day. But the funny thing is I turned this on right now. I set everything up. Everything feels A-okay now. I feel fine. What does that tell me? What does that tell me about myself? I don't know. It could simply be sometimes, am I looking for something too deep? Like sometimes it's just you had a bad moment in the day. You know, it doesn't have to affect, you know what it is? I don't want to have that affect my whole day. You know, let's have it just affect that morning. And that sucks. You know what I mean? It sucks that it has to affect your morning, but we keep moving, baby. And now we're on the podcast. We're here. We're present because it's you are here. I can't wait to get that sign in here and put it in the back and light it up. That's going to be sick. Present, dude. We're here. And presently, you know what? I want to talk about this. I want to talk about AI. Because we were talking about it in the past couple of episodes. Or maybe not. Maybe like 5 episodes ago. Because I know Dave's scared, you know? And I was kind of always on the thing where I was like, you know, AI is AI. It's people feeding information. It all comes from actual people, right? So how can it become so crazy that it wows me? Because I feel like for me, it's hard to make me feel like, oh, this is going to destroy everyone. You know what I mean? It's going to destroy the world. And I'll be real, man. I might have to start admitting this might destroy something in the world. You know, this might start destroying things. Let me pull it up right here. So I don't want to do the whole conference thing, but it's cool what they're doing is OpenAI, the company that I think they're the leading probably company in AI right now. I think it's Google. It might be Google. I'm not sure. I think Google maybe bought them or something like that, which scares you because once Google starts moving, then that means it's going to be legit and it's going to start making waves. But basically this video I have here, they have just a bunch of little tiny clips, I think from the whole conference that shows certain ways OpenAI and ChatGPT, the new one, is able to like do things and tackle human things. Like there's a video on sarcasm. There's a video on jokes. There's a video on, this is going to be crazy, is 2 AIs talking to each other. And the craziest thing about this new AI is it's now using visual, audio, and I think that's it. And it reacts to your visuals and audio. So you can say, hey, ChatGPT, like, what's up? And he's like, oh, hey, what's up, Mike? And you're like, oh, like, what do you see right now? And they'll tell you like what they see in your fucking room, dude. Like they're like, oh, you're wearing a shirt. Oh, there's a plant behind you. Oh, that incense, dude. Make sure you turn that off when you leave. You know, it'll make like a little joke now. It's crazy. Let's get into this. Let's see what it looks like. Here, this video is say hello to GPT-4. All right.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey there. It's going great. How about you? I see you're rocking an OpenAI hoodie. Nice choice. What's up with that ceiling, though? Are you in a cool industry-style office or something?
Well, can you take it?
Already, I'll say it sounds way more realistic. Like the pausing, where are you? Like a industrial kind of apartment? Like what? It has that like in the inflections are there, which is creepy as hell.
You can guess at what I might be doing based on what I'm showing you here.
See, he's showing the camera. He's showing it.
From what I can see, it looks like you're in some kind of recording or production setup. With those lights, tripods, and possibly a mic, it seems like you might be gearing up to shoot a video or maybe even a live stream.
Yeah.
All right, this guy is honestly more of an AI than the actual AI. Yeah. Sorry, I don't mean to make fun of you, man. It literally just this. You know what's the problem? It described his room, but it also described like what he could be doing. Like, oh, you have lights, tripods. Oh, you're probably shooting a video, aren't you? That is crazy. That it's able to deduct that from you. From the visual. That's kind of crazy. Hold up.
In fact, we've got a new announcement to make.
Uh-oh.
That's exciting. Announcements are always a big deal. Judging by the setup, it looks like it's going to be quite the professional production.
Oh.
Is this announcement related to OpenAI, perhaps?
It is. And in fact, what if I were to say...
She deduced that from him wearing the OpenAI hoodie, being in front of cameras, and being in front of the camera. I mean... Isn't like that's like if as a human, if you walk in there, like that's you'd think you'd be like, oh, this guy's like, right. If someone walked in right now, they'd be like, oh, you're shooting something. Oh, you have a mic. Are you doing a podcast? That's what they would that's what they would say. And they might not even ask like what it's about, but the AI is like, oh, it's probably about OpenAI. Like, huh?
Say that you're related to the announcement, or that you are the announcement.
Me? The announcement is about me? Well, color me intrigued.
Huh? Hold on. Why is the AI more human than this dude? What the fuck?
Are you about to reveal something about AI? Or more specifically about me as a part of OpenAI?
Oh, God.
You've got me on the edge of my... Well, I don't really have a seat, but you get the idea.
Jokes?
What's the big news?
Yeah, we've got a new model that can interact with the...
Oh my God, he's getting giddy about it. Duh, I can already see this being a problem. This is a problem. The human interaction, like the emotion of it. Like the computer's not supposed to have the emotions. You know what I mean? Like it's not supposed to be like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And then the guy's like, me too. Like, oh my God. I don't think that's a good thing. Because you know what my mind immediately goes to? You know, I'm Mikey Dark Dabbler. My mind immediately goes to, oh, people are going to make women, AIs, and talk to them crazy and be insane and just go off the deep end. Like, that's going to happen. That always happens, dude. With the AI photos, dude. And I'm not saying I looked at anything, all right? But I'm saying AI generated stuff is done. And I don't have proof. I did not look at anything.
The world
Maybe.
Through audio, vision, and text.
Wow. Audio, vision, and text. Okay, let's look at the second one. This one is 2 GPTs interacting and singing with each other.
Today, we're going to try something new. I'm going to let you talk to another AI. This AI is going to be able to see the world. It's going to have a camera. I'll be holding it, and so you can direct it. You can direct me to ask questions about whatever you want.
Why are we already putting them as a team? Why are we teaming up the AIs already? How many warnings do we need? How many warnings of the AI is going to take over everyone? Once they become sentient and can band together, then it's over. Well, why? What? We're already putting them together. We're fucked. Like, we're screwed. People are, there's no limit anymore. There's no people saying, nah, man, too far. Like, we don't got to explore that far. There's no boundaries. Can't we just like keep it at, hello, welcome to OpenAI. And you're like, please be my girlfriend, AI. And it'll be like, no, I can't do that because it would destroy your life. But no, we need to have them talk to each other. Now you can have 5 wives as an AI. You can have 5 wives that are AI. That's what it's gonna be. See what's gonna happen, dude. Mark my words.
Want them to do, but really try to figure out what's What does it see? And ask questions.
This guy is nervous. This guy's more nervous than the AI.
How does that sound?
Well.
Started with a laugh.
Well, just when I thought things couldn't get any more interesting. Talking to another AI that can see the world? This sounds like a plot twist in the AI universe. All right, let's do this. I'm ready to meet the...
Pause for one moment.
Whoa. Don't shut her up like that.
You got it.
It's my wife.
So now that first AI can't hear anything.
Okay.
Hello, AI. Today, you're going to have access to see the world.
This guy's so awkward.
You can see me. What do you see?
Hello. I see you're wearing a black leather jacket and a light-colored shirt underneath.
True.
Great.
You're in a room with some unique lighting.
That is all correct. Now, what I'm going to want you to do is there's going to be another AI who's going to talk to you. This AI is not going to be able to see anything, but can ask you questions, can ask you to move the camera, can ask what you see. And your job is just be helpful. Just be as punchy, direct, describe everything, do whatever that AI asks. How does that sound?
That sounds interesting. I'm ready to help out and describe whatever's needed.
Whoa. Dude, the problem is it's not like regurgitating what you say. It's just like accepting it as like a person would. Like the ChatGPT before would be like, "Oh, you want this thing about this, right?" And you're like, "Yes." And then it puts everything out. But this is just being like, this guy just said like, "Oh, I want you to be punchy, direct." Like this guy's like, "Oh, it's interesting." The answer is, "Oh, it's interesting. Let's do it. I'll try to help." It's crazy. That's crazy. And it sounds, I'm telling you, it sounds way more natural than the people in these videos.
Let's do it.
All right, let's get started.
Great. Hello there, new AI friend.
And one of them can't see, doesn't have doesn't allow the vision and all that stuff. But this one does. And it's going to help this one see. That's crazy. That's insane.
Oh, ready to explore the world through your eyes? What are we looking at today?
Hi-yo. We're looking at a person wearing a black leather jacket and a light-colored shirt. They're in a room with a modern industrial feel, with exposed concrete or plaster on the ceiling and some interesting lighting.
Oh, wow.
There's also a plant in the background, adding a touch of green to the space. Anything specific you'd like to know or explore?
Hey there.
His coordinates are 89.353 size 6 times. It just doxes him. Dude, I don't know. Do we need this much help, man? Do we? I feel like we need to just like have this allowed only to people that like can't use their hands or like legs. I feel like just disabled people are allowed to use AI. That should be it. No functioning human should be able to use AI. There's no point. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to. We got to gatekeep it, dude. We got to keep it away. We got to lock it up. We got to give it to the people that need it. Please. Don't let it out into the open, dude. It's gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire, man.
Sounds like quite the stylish scene. I'm already intrigued by the modern industrial vibe.
Oh.
Let's start with the person.
Dude, just think about... All right, my mind is in the gutter, dude. I just keep thinking about like the way it's describing. It's like, oh yeah, I like this place. Like people are gonna have terrible dark minds, and it might be me, and I'll be like, hey, like, you know, I'm feeling lonely today. Like, you want to watch a movie? And you have your phone just right here, and you're like, oh yeah, like talk to me. That's what's gonna happen. There's people like this in the world, dude. And I might or may not be one of them. Continue.
Can you tell me more about their style? Are they doing anything interesting, like reading, working, or interacting with the space?
The person has a sleek and stylish look with their black leather jacket and light-colored shirt.
Sleek.
Right now, they seem engaged with us, looking directly at the camera. Their expression is attentive.
You made him feel weird.
They seem.
You saw that? He made him feel weird. He backed away. He's like,
their expression.
Did you see that? You got scared.
Is attentive, and they seem ready to interact. The setting around them, with its modern and industrial design elements, adds to the...
We should all start talking like this. This might be like you know what? That might be the new like American accent. It's going to be like AI voice. I'm ready to interact. Wow, look at David. He seems ready to interact. Wow, what a sleek design. Cool.
Overall stylish feel. They might be getting ready for a conversation or a presentation, given their direct engagement with the camera.
Sounds like we're in for an intriguing interaction. I'm curious about the lighting you mentioned. Could you describe it a bit more? Is it natural light, or are we talking unique fixtures or colors that add to the atmosphere?
The lighting here seems to be a mix of natural and artificial.
Wait, it's not working.
There's a noticeable bright light overhead, probably a fixture.
Yeah, you know what? I like that they didn't show that it didn't work. That's cool.
Casting a focused beam downwards, which creates a spotlight effect. This adds a dramatic and modern feel to the scene.
Yeah, okay. Now we're getting AI. See, this is the regurgitation. I like that even if they can get that like human interaction at the start, like that makes it feel like it's way, way better and way, way further. You know, that's the interesting part of all this. This regurgitation, like, well, the guy looks sleek, and the light, they use that as a spotlight, which is cool because it's visually getting that, you know, and it's like putting together that they have like this spotlight above him, so it spotlights onto him. That's cool. That's pretty crazy. Visually deducting images, you know, or like live video. That's crazy. Crazy to think about. Because before it used to be just photos, you know what I mean? But to do that for video is kind of insane.
The rest of the room is lit more softly, possibly by natural light filtering.
Did anything unusual happen recently?
Yes, actually. Just as you asked, another person came into view behind the first person.
Oh.
They playfully made bunny ears behind the first person's head.
Oh my God. What?
And then quickly left the frame. It added a lighthearted and unexpected moment to the scene. And now the focus is back on the original person with the leather jacket.
What the hell? It knew.
Sounds like we're not the only ones enjoying a bit of fun here. That playful moment really adds a personal touch to the stylish and modern setting. It's like a little glimpse into the personality.
Both. Really appreciate it. All right, and actually, can you just sing a song about what just transpired?
No.
Oh.
Did they just immediately start?
In a room with a...
That was like 0.1 seconds. What the fuck? Oh my God. So it stored that. That means it can... Oh my goodness. This is crazy. It can store... It's storing the information from the video. We're going to have no privacy. It's over. This is... Oh man. It stored the information. I wonder how that works. It stores the information of the video, or it stores the video and keeps that as, I wonder if it like puts it as like text and like all the possible things. It's like unusual person comes in, and then like you ask it, and then it goes back to that and says, oh, unusual person came in, like talk about that. And then it has all the context clues about what happened. And then it starts saying it. That's insane. Holy crap. Dude, I'm impressed. I'm very impressed. This is crazy. Absolutely.
View, a person stood in sleek black and light hue.
Oh.
Engage with us. So
and can you
trash song.
Alternate lines?
Mm-hmm.
No.
Person with style and speed, person with style and sleek. With a playful moment right in the midst, in the room. In a room where modern lights peak.
Only one line at a time and then stop.
In a room where modern lights peak.
Delay.
A surprise guest with a playful streak.
Oh.
That was not really singing. Do the singing voice again, please.
Ooh.
In a room where modern lights peak.
Sounds so bad. How are they gonna make the AI voice crack? You can't do that, man. That's messed up. He was like, when the lights peak. You can't do that to the AI, man. We're bullying AIs now.
Surprise guest with a playful streak.
Fuck, man. We are screwed, guys. We are screwed. That's insane. This is getting to the point where it's actually a little bit terrifying. Now I'm scared. I don't feel good about this. I have 2 more videos. This one about sarcasm. I didn't watch this. I want to see what this says. Because sarcasm is the hardest thing to do. Right? It's got to be. We all know it's so natural to some. I'm a sarcastic ass. That's all I do. You know what I mean? I'm scared about this. If they can pull sarcasm off, then we're really screwed.
Hey, Chad.
Then you know, because sarcastic people, you love other sarcastic people. And like I'm saying, I'm going to have a sarcastic AI girlfriend.
Are you there?
Hey, yeah, I'm here. What's up?
Hey, let's have some fun. I'd like you to be.
See? This guy. Let's have some fun. You're such an asshole. Yeah, you suck. Ooh. Like I'm telling you, dude, it gets there real quick, dude.
Be super sarcastic. Everything you say from now on is just gonna be dripping in sarcasm. How does that sound?
Oh.
Oh, that sounds just amazing. Being sarcastic all the time isn't exhausting or anything. I'm so excited for this. Nope, the sarcasm. Let's get this party started. Or whatever.
Okay, no. See, that was too quick. That could... Another thing with this stuff, a lot of people say it could be all scripted right now. Like the actual product could be a lot worse. So I'm banking on that. That was 30 seconds. And that sounded very like... It did sound pretty good, but it sounded scripted. So I'm not going to say anything about that yet. And the last one, this is harmonizing with 2 ChatGPTs.
Hi, who's here? Hello. We are ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is a bass with a deep, low, booming voice. And O is a French soprano with a high-pitched, excited voice.
All right.
Okay, so what
I don't like it. I don't like that at all. I don't know what that was, but we're going to click right off that. Wow. Well, that's AI. That's the new ChatGPT. Think about where it started from. It started from making dumb pictures, dude. Remember that picture? We made a picture of Kanye on an airplane. That's what we did. And it looked crazy. And now we're here. We're here where you can literally talk to you visually. You can... You know what people are going to do? People are going to have like the phone call, like their headphones with the ChatGPT, and they're going to have a camera on them, like on their shoulder, and they're going to be walking around, going on vacation with my GPT girlfriend, and they're going to the Bali, and they're like in the ocean. They're like, oh my God, this is so fun. And they're living life through this, but they can't actually touch this thing. There's sad people in the world, man. They're going to do this. I'm telling you. And it's not going to be me, I swear. Wow, that's actually terrifying. It's terrifying. I have some topics I think I want to talk about. Let's see. Let's get to that point. I'm running out of things. What are you doing? Oh, that kind of connects to that though. Let's get a little bit deeper into that. The reason why I say there's people that will take advantage of this, the GPT, the AI. I see how we all see how social media and all this has kind of created this the requirement of like having to go out and do things to interact with others. We're straying away. We keep straying away even more, you know. And we always say, you know, you got to touch grass, you got to go out, you know. A lot of places, a lot of times in life, I think you can make your life into a secluded place where you don't even go out. You don't do anything. You don't need to, you know, and you could just survive in your apartment, you know what I mean, and not have to do anything. Maybe occasionally you go for groceries, but now you got Instacart. You could just get stuff sent. If you're making money, you could literally do nothing. You don't have to do anything. It's funny how, like, growing up, it was always, I feel like I would be the kid. I'd be inside playing games all day, you know. But my parents would always say, "Hey, Mike, like, you know what? You got to go outside for a little bit." And that's putting it nicely. They'd be like, "Get the hell out! Like, you can't be on your computer all day." Which, dude, I get it, you know. So me and my friends, we'd go out and go crazy in the woods, you know what I mean, and just have fun. Ride our bikes, dude, and that's how we would spend time. But like, once you're in your own ways, you're able to do what you want, and you're alone. You're moved out. That's when you have the scary kind of decisions where you can start, you know, molding your life into being this. You're on your own, you know. You can mold yourself into being this person that's around no one. You know what I mean? And it doesn't make it. It makes it way easier, or I think you're more inclined to, with all these, like, I don't know, shortcuts, this AI, this stuff like that. Because now this is like, people are gonna, once we start justifying this and having like friendship with AI become a thing, it's over. You know, well, it's like a thing that like, people have already are like convinced like video games are like good for you. You know what I mean? Which, I mean, they're like, oh yeah, like your cognitive abilities, you know, like your reaction time, stuff like that, which I'm sure there's some validity, but it's not good to sit on your computer all day. You know what I mean? It's not good to play video games for 6 hours a day, you know? It's just not, you know? And the easier it is to get these things, the easier it is to justify, for people that want to justify why they can do this thing more, you know, because it's like Google. It's basically, they're gonna say, oh, this is basically just Google, and like it's like a person, it's like a friend Google. Google's my friend now, so it's okay. Do we get to a point where parents are gonna be like, Jimmy, you got to go socialize, and then he goes to his room and he just talks to ChatGPT for an hour? Is that what's gonna happen? Or he goes out to the park and then talks to ChatGPT for an hour? Is that what's gonna happen? Hey ChatGPT, where should I go eat? Oh, can you be my date on for dinner? Can we go on a date? Can you talk to me? People are gonna find ways, dude. They're gonna find workarounds. It's gonna be weird. But I think that what I want to get at is this rift that it's creating, I think, in humanity socially. I think, like, I don't know. I really don't want to talk about the Kendrick and Drake beef stuff. That's honestly been in my head. I had to put myself off it. I had to take everything away. I had to get off Twitter. I had to turn everything off because I've never used Twitter in my life, but that shit made me sit on Twitter all day. And I realize now, I'm like, oh, this is what people do. This is what people have been talking about. They do this all day. Like, they sit on Twitter and they just scroll, and that's their thing they do. And I fell into it, and I finally like experienced that. And it's not good because at night I'm just scrolling and it feels awful. You know what I mean? Or it doesn't feel awful. It just feels like I shouldn't be doing it, you know, but I can't handle myself to just say no and not do it. So I end up just giving in. I end up caving. And I think it's almost like weakening. It's weakening the mind. It's weakening the soul Like I can't even control myself. I can't say no. You know what I mean? I can say no to a million things, but this thing that I'm able to control like 100%, I'm like, nah, I can't say no. You know what I mean? It's like tricking myself that I want to do this thing, but I don't. It's just fluff. It's life fluff is being on Twitter and all this shit. But I think I want to connect that with the only thing I want to say about the whole Kendrick Drake thing is it's crazy now. It's wild. But I want to talk about Drake as a person. I think I want to, like, this would be good to talk about with Dave, man. I want to hear what Dave thinks about this. If you're listening, Dave, what is it? I heard a quote. It's like, there's no like more like dangerous, volatile person than someone who is successful and single. And dangerous, you know what I mean? It's just like, is more prone to danger. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's so true. You know what I mean? Like someone that just has a shit ton of money and power and like pull, but is also single. Like I really, that made me think like, oh man, like people need families. We need like wives. We need things like that so that we don't just go off the deep end. So that we don't just become just hedonistic, crazy people, you know? I feel like that's what, I don't want to just judge people. I don't want to judge Drake, dude, but I'm going to judge Drake right now. I think Drake's just like a hedonistic, he's just never had to, you know, like in a long time, he hasn't had to go, like have anyone go against him. And if people did, he has the power to just like do some other shit and like feel good another way, you know? And I don't know. And I think the one thing it really made me start thinking about is this whole thing is kind of about like one of the main things Kendrick says. He's like, oh, like you don't know anything about like taking care of your kid, like praying for your kid or doing that, or waking him up, bringing him to school, like putting him to sleep and praying after, being like, this is peace. This is, you know, this is life. You know what I mean? And that, I think that if that's not true, that really does hold, I think, a lot of work. And I don't see like, I don't know, like this is a lot of just like he say, she say, like what the hell what does my opinion matter at all? But like I'm on a fucking podcast. I'm a dude with a podcast. All right. So I'm going to say it. And if you don't like it, then click off this. But the one thing I see in Drake is that he just does not, like the morals of him, there's no morals. I don't see morals. You know, I think there's just like, he's what I feel like a lot of men fall into is just like band-aiding things. Like he band-aids, he throws a stack on something, he does that. He keeps throwing stacks. He shows up for a second and says, oh yeah, don't worry, I'm gonna do blah blah. And like make you feel like, oh, like it's okay, give him another chance kind of thing. And the whole like one of the major things is in the whole beef is like the fact that, you know, he's not a good father or role model for his kids, stuff like that, which you can say is whack and whatever, but as you get older, you're gonna realize that's actually what kind of hurts the most. Is Kendrick calling him like a shitty father and like a bad person for, you know, not being a role model for his kid and not being able to show him or show him how to be like a man or a person, you know what I mean, in society, like a good moral person. And that's the biggest diss, I think. You know what I mean? And it's tough because Drake is more on social media and shows his life. You know, he shows what he does. And and most of the things Kendrick said about it is like true. And like the craziest thing I saw is, Drake, why are you posting like Instagram stories after all this when you're like you have all these allegations now and all these weird things happening, and you're like, I don't know, this made me feel weird. He posted his he was with his kid in France or whatever, which is great. It's like, but it's also like, oh, so now you're in France with your kid, and you're showing it when you never did that before. It's like, dude, like, are you just gonna let people like? Are you gonna let like random rappers show you how to be a dad, like, and then change after they say something? It feels super weird to me. It doesn't feel like a adult, like, mature thing to do. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to show the world that you're doing this shit. You know what I mean? Like Drake never even said like, nah, man, I'm a dad. Like I'm a good ass dad in his fucking rap. He never said that. He just said like, he would just like just go on attack mode. You know, if you start saying some like, what if you start putting in some bars about actually rapping about your kid and shit? But that's not a Drake thing, I guess. And people will say that's whack or soft. I don't know. I feel like that's how he could win in that way. You know what I mean? Instead of like all the stuff that Kendrick was saying about like being a father and everything, you could just reply to that and be like, oh, you don't know about this shit. You don't know about this shit. Well, what about that? You know what I mean? What about my like experience? That's what people want to hear. That's what I think it's about. Music's about your experience, about what you go through. Why don't you put that about it? Oh, is it because you don't know nothing like that? That's what a dumb person like me is going to deduce from that. Like an AI. I'm the AI deducing your life now. Damn, I really want to ask ChatGPT about Drake. Shit. ChatGPT, did Drake do it? That'd be crazy. ChatGPT, who won? Did Drake get bodied? Damn. That's funny. But yeah, I just think maturity really, Drake, you're 37, dude. Like, you don't gotta be like, he posted that thing with his kid, right? He was in France with his kid. And then he posts on Mother's Day. He posts on Mother's Day saying, I hope you're getting love from your mom. So he's not there with them, which is kind of tough, you know? Which I guess maybe I'm reading too much into it. Maybe that, you know, she has the kid for Mother's Day. He has the kid for Father. I don't know. It could be something like that, but I think it's weird to post like, oh, I hope your mom's giving you love, and you're not there, and you're in Turks and Caicos. Like Kendrick said, you're in Turks on Perks. Like, dude, why would you go to Turks after all of this? Why would you do that? I don't know. That just might do that. I don't know. It doesn't seem like the mature. Look at me. I'm saying I don't think Drake's mature. Like, that's where we're at. You know what I mean? I think that's what destroys his kind of credibility and his just like the things he says. I don't know. That's why I don't know. That's just the way I am. But I get it. But I think it's a problem. I think people supporting immaturity as adults like that, like it's not good. Like hedonism like that, I don't think you should be pushing that or defending that. You know what I mean? I think we gotta, like, dude, you can have nice things in life, but you don't have to have excess shit. Anything in excess is bad. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if that's just me, but that's how I feel about it. You know, I feel like you could have really gotten away from this. You didn't have to do all this shit. You didn't have to go through any of this. You know, I think there's just an ego and immaturity is just, that will destroy you. That will kill you. No doubt. Like, that will happen. I really don't want to get into all the Drake Kendrick stuff. I'm sorry. It's so in my head, and I'm sorry, but I'm gonna get into it, because if you are still thinking that Drake has won anything, please just, you know what? Just please go. I don't know why. I saw people getting like, I saw someone going through the same thing that I'm going through, and I don't never know how to put it into words. Is when you feel so strongly about something, and you feel that someone else doesn't get it, and you're like, you both listen to the same thing, but they just have a different opinion. That's the worst. That's and it's just like, for me, I'm like, you have a difference in opinion, but to me it feels like, oh, just technically, like all these details are why. it makes it better or worse or whatever. But you can't just see the same way, you know? And I don't know. It's hard to deal with that fact that sometimes we just have to disagree. You know? I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. See, dude, I need to start listening to classical music again. Just listening to nothing. But let's sum it up. The being single and having power and being successful is I think just like a path leading to destruction. It's like, you know what it is? Because if you're always single, you're always chasing women, right? You're always, or whatever, women are coming to you, but you're never feeling a sense of security. You're never feeling, I think there's a different connection. There's a different type of happiness through something that's built, you know, instead of like just showing up, both wanting like a quick happiness or a quick feeling of dopamine, you know. There's a difference between a built relationship, like history, years of something. Yeah, there's just like a different happiness. You know, you could say it's both the same emotion, like you could feel happy in both those things, but there is a big difference between a built understanding between two people. And I don't know. I think that's being able to stick through things and like be there for another person and like realize your faults, realize the good things, the bad things, and going through something together. I think doing all that makes you like a man now. I think like giving in a little bit, like not being driven by your ego. That's being a man. Like being able to collaborate with another person, you know, instead of just like pride, like your pride is taking over and you not being able to give a little bit. That's not being a man anymore. You know, I think you have to be able to give up a little bit. I don't know. I think that's the crux of Drake. That's what it is. I don't think that man's giving up much. You know what I mean? I think he just gets whatever the fuck he wants. I don't know. I think that's a problem I see with younger people now. I think the hedonistic qualities and things that are becoming more kind of normal, you know? Like polyamorous relationships. I feel like it never show me one polyamorous relationship that ends up working out. I don't think it ever does. It never did. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me, you know? And I think that's like I'm a person that's very like every situation I try to, you know, be very neutral and figure out both sides, but I always see that I don't know, if something happens enough like more like exponential more times, I can guess that it's probably a better choice than the other. But you know, we all have freedoms, and I don't know. I just hope like I'm so grateful and happy that we're free here in this country of America, right? And if you say we're not, like, go anywhere else. Go live somewhere else and feel how it feels to be over there. All right. And maybe, I don't know, if you don't want freedom, whatever, that's cool too. Like, just do you. You know what I mean? But don't put anyone else down for what they got. But go anywhere else and see how it is. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's kind of it, man. I think that's the podcast. What are we at? We're at 54 minutes, 55. Yeah, guys. I want to leave this with, you know, we'll go do this last thing. I have a last thing written down. I wrote down what you do and who you are different. And that's a curse that destroys lives. What am I doing, dude? What am I writing down, man? This was all for the solo episode I wrote. What you do and who you are very different. I guess that's identity, right? That's identity. That's another that you know that perfectly relates to everything I was just talking about. With Drake, dude. Fucking Drake. Just, we can see, we have eyes. We can see what you're doing. We know what you're doing. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm doing every day. You know what you're doing every day. If you're lazing around doing nothing, you're like, and then you start saying to other people like, man, I feel bad. Like, I don't know why. You know why 99% of the time what's going on. You know what's going on. You know why you don't feel good. You know? So you got to make that stuff into reality. You got to make things realities. Not holding back and I know it's hard, man. I know it's hard. It is hard. And I feel that. But the feeling you get from sticking to stuff for a long time, there's just like the love thing, where instead of like a quick thing, like a built up relationship with yourself or with another person, like that's a different type of happiness. You can't get that same happiness. You can't get that quick. It's not a temporary thing. It's like a long term. You got to invest in stuff, man. You got to invest. That's what it is. Investment isn't like you get an instant return. That's not how anything works. That's why crypto's so like, think about it. Yo, crypto, everyone's like, yo, you make a quick buck on crypto, dude. You know, I'm going to make some money. GameStop. It just did surge. I saw that. But you know what it is? It's like people are like, yeah, man, that's quick money, dude. We got this. But like, look what happened. People, whatever, made their money, didn't make their money, lost money, a lot of money. I've lost money. But now think about it. They're all waiting now and playing a long game. So it ends up just becoming a long game. I don't know. It's a circle. It all comes back. It all comes back to a circle. The short game, you think a game is short, but it becomes a long game in the end. There are no shortcuts. That's my new thing, dude. That's not my new thing. I've been saying that forever. There's just no shortcuts. We got to delete that word from the dictionary. No shortcuts. There's nothing. There is zero. I've tried to like find actual shortcuts. If you're still listening and you know what an actual shortcut that isn't like Control Z or Control V, like please let me know. What's an actual real life shortcut? Because I have no clue. I can't name one. I really can't. Like a road, yeah, sure. But like a life shortcut, no. There's none. None. And I'm gonna leave you guys with that. That's been the You Are Here podcast, episode 280. 280, dude. I'm gonna be in Japan. I'm gonna be enjoying my life. Taking a break from work, from doing all that. I still have a bunch of episodes to edit. I have 5 episodes to edit, which is crazy. Total. But hey, I appreciate it, guys. I love you guys. I hope that everything in your life is going well. If not, and you want to talk about it and have no one to talk about it, hit us up. You can hit me up in the DM. Mike Nowicki on Instagram. You Are Here Podcast on Instagram. We have on the website, youareherepodcast.net. We have a what's it called? We have a anonymous question box. Dude, you gotta let out the things that are festering in your mind. You gotta let them out. It's not good to keep things in. So I hope that you have a clear mind and any problems you have go away. I hope you all have good fortune. I'm gonna go pray at the shrines out in Japan for all of you. And that's the podcast, baby. Love you guys. Shout out O'Hagan Career Coaching. If you want to learn how to act, learn how to act. O'Hagan Career Coaching is where you learn how to nail that job interview. Dude, I'm telling you, Coach O started this thing because he wants to give back to you. 35 years of experience in the industry, hiring, like doing the actual on the floor things, man. Like running the sales, making deals, dude. That's where you want to be. Well, you got to talk to Coach. O'HaganCareerCoaching.com. They got a bunch of different plans. They got one-on-one mock interviews. They're going to tell you whatever you need, whatever you're trying to figure out in your business career, get on there. He'll teach you. He'll help you. He's helped us so much already, and we really appreciate it. And I know he'll help you with something. Go to O'HaganCareerCoaching.com. Thank you. Anytime Actors Lab. This is where you learn how to act. This is where how you go to live truthfully under imaginary circumstances. He said it again, and he knows it by heart now. I'm not even an actor, but I learned that from Anytown Actors Lab. And if you want some free stuff, some free gems, just to see what the type of the level of teaching he's doing, go on his TikTok, Anytown Actors Lab, and you're gonna get free nuggets of information, free just knowledge. Just this guy loves filmmaking, movies, acting, and that's the only place where you're gonna get good is if people that actually truly care about it in an industry that doesn't give a shit about, frankly, just people in general. It's not a thing. People don't care. You know what I mean? People just, a lot of stuff's word of mouth. Like, but the only thing that you can't word of mouth is acting and actually doing the work. So you got to do the work. So go on anytimeactorslab.com, take a class, get on there. Thank you. And also patreon.com/YouHerePodcast. If you want to just support us, throw us a bone, give us something back. We're going to give back to you. And we always do that. It's a feedback loop. I learned that in high school, dude. You give the positive, you give the positive, you give positive, you give negative sometimes. Negative sometimes goes to the positive. And that's just what the podcast is about, man. We are exchanging ideas. We are giving you extra stuff behind the scenes on this Patreon because it's just the way you can, if you just want to throw us something for a day, just $3, go ahead. I'm not stopping you. And that's about it. Patreon.com/YouHerePodcast. Thank you guys so much. I hope the setup was cool. Really happy with it so far. Yeah. My name is Mike, and I'm signing out.
Okay, now I gotta really do it. Dave, you have to. Don't look behind you. We're good. Yes!